Hello the internets, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict, and today we finally have Vivi and Momo yearnings, asides, treasures, whatever you wanna call them. I call them something different every single video. We got both of them to A2. I do not pull for A3. I believe that is either you are mega lucky or you really like the character or you are a spender, right? In my case, I prefer to try. We'll see if it's possible to get every A2 aside coming out so we can talk a little bit about them for the people who are interested in seeing if they're good or not. That's it. Let's rant about these two, right? If it's worth pulling for them or not. First of all, new skin for Momo. It's on the shop if you guys like her. I will say it's a pretty skin to get. Okay, $7. Pretty good. And also, really important, certificate shop has been updated. You can now buy Vivi certificates. I only have Vivi. Later on the Korean server, there are 12 LDs in the shop. 12 LDs in the shop. That's a fucking lot of LDs, right? So this will be expanded as time goes by. It is 400 per month per LD certificates, and you can buy 10 sharks per month. I would only buy it for your main LDs. If you are not building a green team, buying these certificates is useless to you. Because the moment the LD that you like for your main team arrives, you will not have the currency, okay? So once again, for free-to-play, save for your main LDs. If you are building a composed team, wait for it to be there, wait for Aya to be there, wait for, in the future, Diana, the new Diana to be there, etc., right? So, that said, out of the way, let's jump directly into the yearnings themselves. We're gonna start with Vivi and then we'll go into Momo. So, Vivi has become the second best tank in the game. Right now, Ed is the best tank in the game by far with her aside. It's stupid. Her passive skill just makes her literally the best tank in the game. Like, being able to be invincible at the beginning of the battle for X amount of seconds so you can prepare all of your skills is fantastic. Plus, her skills overall and her shields is really good, right? If you have her aside, it's only even better. If you have her card, it only gets even better. I wouldn't pull for the card, but still, you know, it's really good. So, when it comes to Vivi, she has always been a great tank, okay? Obviously, as a green shield, I've been preaching for Vivi for a while, but Chloe without the sides was better than Vivi. Chloe has been a character that was almost immortal depending on the items you put on her. She is a really good character. I can't wait for her aside because she's only gonna get better. But Vivi was pretty close, right? And then you have your tier 2 tanks, which would be your Rude and your Kobe, and then you had your Velvet, which was just there surviving because there was nothing else. But now Vivi with her aside becomes the second best tank in the game. It's a really strong aside. Her A2 basically makes it so it reduces all incoming damage from enemies, and when basic attack hits, reduces targeted enemies' SP. She can almost permanently be draining SP from one enemy. As long as you have enough attack speed, she will basically be always draining enemy SP. So attack speed is really good for Vivi. SP is also really good for her because now her shield applies to also one other ally, right? So we have her own shield and she's also putting it on someone else. And then her senior skill will put this Mercury pool into 3 enemies now if you have the aside. It could be good damage. So far, I haven't seen it being dealing decent damage. Maybe when we get a clash that it's available for green girls to shine, we'll see if she can actually deal decent-ish damage. She will never be a DPS, but you know, we could be doing some decent damage. I don't think I care too much about the extra Mercury pulls. I care, however, about the extra shield and survivability and SP reduction. It's really good. On bosses, obviously, it's going to be reduced, right? Like if you are doing this on bosses, SP reduction is lower against world bosses, so the dimensional class and everything else, right? But still, it's a fantastic skill. And then if you get the third one, it will reduce incoming damage from enemies for all allies. That incoming damage reduction is fantastic. Obviously, this is going to be widening the gap a lot between free-to-play and spenders. We already talked about this. This is a pay-to-win system, just like every system in the game, okay? Long term, don't worry about the A3s. Ignore them, bossos. Ignore them. So that's going to be fantastic tank. And now we go into Momo. I did move Momo on the tier list. I moved her 1 tier, so to tier 1. Tier 0 is still only for Joby. Like the impact Joby has on the game versus other characters is just way too different. Momo becomes, she was already a really good DPS, but now it's even stronger DPS wise, and her utility has always been there. So the good thing about Momo is that her clones allow your tank to breathe, right? You can breathe a little bit more. You have time for your tank to recover and your characters to use their skills. That's always been really good. Her damage was also pretty nice, but now her damage went from I don't remember how much it is, like a 100% it was in there, right? To like a 200% on the self-destruct for the minions on the A2, which is fantastic. Also, she reduces incoming damage for herself on her ultimate, so when she teleports back to the back, she will not get killed, right? So it's a really straightforward, but really strong aside. In fact, strong enough to be able to compete on Clash for those top spots as a DPS. If you go to the top, you will see only composed mains, even though there is a Gideon in there slotted, right? But most people are running full composed, one Epica, one Gideon. Some people are running one job in there. On other stages, you go here, it's going full composed. My friend Trauma, it's full compose, and then you have Timmy, for example, another friend. He is running Momo, right? And Momo is competing in there, no problem, with Epica, competing with characters like Gideon, which is also a fantastic one, which, remember, if you guys can see, increase of the ongoing damage to electrocute enemies by 50%, and SP recovery per second increased by 30%. This is really good for any DPS, honestly, any DPS. But we're seeing more variety now on clashes, where people can have different DPSs, because there is plenty of good options, right? So this is good. Momo goes up one tier, she can compete with the heavy hitters, and also her utility is pretty good to allow you to breathe, a little bit of a room to breathe. For her A3, I, once again, wouldn't bother, but this is gonna be really good, because it increases damage by 10%. Outgoing damage to enemies for all allies. A fantastic one. And also magic attack and critical damage. Her A3, it's goated, but I wouldn't pull for it unless you really are a vivacious main, right? In that case, yeah, sure, go for it. I don't have any, so I'm not going to be pulling for 3 dupes on her banner. I just don't think it's worth it. That said, however, that's basically for both Yearnings, okay? They are both really strong. I like them a lot. I was pushing campaign yesterday, and my Momo was doing already more damage than my Epica. Epica is fully invested at the 12. And my Momo, I'm going to be honest, okay? It's too expensive, so she's 12. There is no new minions. You don't get more minions even going to 15. Like even level 15 that Timmy got the A3, she does not get 5 minions. So unless you can really afford the extra resources and she's your main DPS, I wouldn't go past level 12. I wouldn't go past level 12 on almost any character. The only reason you're going past that is really strong passives or global moves. So let's say the next character getting an aside, it's actually better. You probably want to take that passive to level 14, 15 if you can, right? That's it. That's basically everything for these two. I wouldn't pull for the asides. I want to repeat this a lot of times. This is an endgame system. Don't worry too much about it. We will be showcasing them. The tier list is updated already, and it's also always going to include the aside. If a character is on the tier list, it's with the aside. I will not be able to keep track of both, because for the most part, it's just me maintaining the website with the help of fantastic people like Timmy. That said, I am out, bossos. You guys have a great day, great evening. We're gonna be doing Dimensional Clash later on stream, so if you wanna come by, say hello, and see how we miserably fail at the last boss, probably, feel free to drop by. That said, enough jumping, enough ranting. Good luck with your pool, the internets, and I'll see you on the next one.